It was difficult to know what to make of Chelsea's match against Tottenham. It was a comprehensive win, but not one that came easily, and instead had a backdrop of long waits for VAR. Unlike many expected, for a long stretch, Spurs' 2 red cards far from killed the contest as Guglielmo Vicario put in an outstanding performance in the home side's goal, while Chelsea were not polished enough to stay free from danger themselves. Fortunately, a late Nicolas Jackson hat-trick. It wasn't too nervous an end to the game, though had Eric Dyer's goal been allowed, there would have been a few more grey hairs in the Chelsea dugout. Much like Chelsea's performance, Jackson's results were more important on Monday night. The Senegal international underperformed his XG but still produced a hat-trick, despite having a goal ruled out too. It was a lesson in persistence as Jackson was able to get in the opposition box in a way he had struggled against low blocks. The youngster made sure to enjoy each of his goals, and even throughout a CUU celebration with the game done, but also forcefully pointed to Chelsea's badge in front of his supporters. Given he was already shushing Spurs supporters before he was on the score sheet, you can imagine the joy that his goals released. Jackson's success felt like a big moment for the team too. Not only did he have the likes of James, Disasi and Palmer celebrate with him during the games, but at the close of 90 minutes, a number of teammates specifically searched him out. Benoit Badiashile, Marc Cucurella and Robert Sanchez all made their towards the forward and made sure he knew that he had delivered. The Spanish goalkeeper summed things up well for broadcasters. Sanchez said, "Nicolas Jackson has had a lot of criticism this season, but I think the hat-trick is what he deserved today. He put in the effort and got 3 goals. We are all over the moon for him." There were moments at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium where it felt like everyone had turned up to wait and watch VAR rather than an intense London derby. More than 20 minutes were added in stoppages, the bulk of which came from decisions being reviewed. The first period in particular felt dominated by Stockley Park's influence, and sometimes the lack of it, as Tottenham's intense start was interrupted. Initially, Destiny Udogi's 2-footed lunge, that was similar in many respects to Malo Gusto's challenge against Aston Villa, although he didn't quite catch Raheem Sterling, was reviewed before no further action was taken. Next, Chelsea saw a goal ruled out, correctly admittedly, as Sterling handled the ball before it eventually went into that net. However, while that was looked at, Levi Colwill and Christian Romero lay on the floor at the opposite end of the pitch, and the latter's kick-out was not looked at all. Following that came a stoppage that felt like it went on longer than the 45 minutes of the first half, but did at least span 7 minutes after Moises Caicedo found the net from outside of the box. Jackson was judged to have interfered with the goalkeeper's line of sight, having stood. 2 challenges were then assessed before that moment, as it was decided Sterling was not felled by a tackle, before Romero followed through his tackle on Enzo Fernandez, and was brandished a red card. That lengthy wait combined with a lively crowd did not put off Cole Palmer from dispatching his penalty with a cool ease, before covering lips with finger to infuriate the supporters behind the goal, who were already riled by VAR. There was even a look at a flailing elbow from Reece James on Destiny Udogi before the half was out. The likes of Eric Dyer's goal was then checked in the second period to add to the waiting. Ange Postecoglou spoke eloquently on the impact of VAR and his thoughts, while Pochettino pretty much agreed with assessment. At the moment, a system designed to improve the game feels like it's not doing much but damage it, even when the correct decision is arrived.